Welcome to the day number 3 gravel road build broadcast. Getting the D3 warmed up. It's about 7 a.m. Clay won't be here till about 8:30, I guess. He's the mastermind behind this road build. Every road he's built does not erode. It amazes me. And the way he lays them out, doesn't use ditches. If I don't do ditches, it's a disaster. But he always knocks them out of the park. So he's the mastermind on this project. What we've got here is we're going uphill. You guys can't really see it on video, but it turns up, flattens out through this curve. Let me just take you guys along with me. I've got to cut this curve on out. It's actually not near as sharp of a curve as I thought it was going to be. I'll be cutting this down about 2 feet in the middle part. And I'm going to use that material to widen this curve on out. But also, by dropping this, I'll be able to ramp going uphill a lot more gradual. And with an 80-foot double wide house, we need to give them all the help they can get to make this easy. And that's what we're going to do. I'm out of shape. So I'm going to get to cutting on this. I'll check back in with you guys. Sorry I haven't been doing actual video of working, but I really haven't felt like I should take the time to be moving cameras around and stuff, being contracted for time. Any video I'm taking on a little break or before I start or at the end of the day. Whew. Let's get on this dozer. I suppose the least that we can do is give you guys pretty constant check-ins. I went ahead and just took a few minutes to backblade this entrance so Clay can start kind of dressing the sides if that's what he so chooses to do. I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's backbladed. Nice and smooth, and backblading and putting pressure down does help compact this. I think a roller would be better, for sure, but since we're on a non-profit, we're working on a non-profit organization's property, we're going to try to keep it as inexpensive as possible without really cutting major corners. Behind me is what the roughed in road looks like. I'm going to start cutting this out, and I will check in once I get this corner done, and you guys can see what it ends up looking like. I'm going to try to be as steady as possible. Slow this down. You can see my grade is 5% there. I'm going to back up to this point where the road that I've cut is on grade with what I want to be, which I want to get it as close to 1 as I can, and then we can fine tune the road bond. So there's 0%, but that's where the machine's setting. Where that blade is at, I haven't backed up quite far enough. So what I like to do is back up beyond that about twice the length of the dozer. You'll see we're on 1%, 2%. So let's go back up here to 0. We're getting close. Right about there. That's good enough. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the blade down where that daylight under that blade disappears right at the corner of the cutting edge. Now we check this side. See how that side's higher? We've got to tilt it to close that daylight off, and you just work your way back and forth, and you'll get to where you can just do this in one motion. Lift it up, see if daylight's about the same. Now I'm watching both sides. It's hard for me to do the camera on both, so that cutting edge is smooth all the way across. We know we're back a little bit from our original grade. Now I'm just going to keep pushing into it, and it's going to roll that material out. Now once I've got the blade set, the dozer does the work. Now what I'm doing is I'm pushing a little bit to the inside of this curve. Now when I get close to where the dirt drops off from my blade, I'll lift up, I'll track forward and pack it, and then I'll back up and get another bite. All right, we are hustling. We got the road cut in. It is 3:30 on Friday. The quarry is not open tomorrow, so I don't really have a lot of time to stop. I'll get up here and tailgate this load down, and then I'll stick you guys to the bedside here, and you can ride up the new road with me. It's just a little soft. Loaded, I was thinking about 2 inches, but not enough to lose any traction. And you'll see after we tailgate this load where I tailgated the first load, and we didn't spin out going up the main slope that I was concerned about being able to tailgate. But I'm telling you, of all the things I don't like, this 750 typically gets really good traction compared to other trucks. I'm going to see about putting a set of flotation steers on the front of this thing. Now, I bet it would go really well then. Therefore, let's go up here and get another load off of us. Keep on going. Now, wasn't that fun? You guys can see that I left my bed up just a little bit, that whole trip up through there. So that tells you that these little trucks are pretty stable, but if you're gonna have to climb up a road, just leave your bed up a little bit, even empty, and it pushes that weight back a little bit, especially when you're going uphill. Gives you a little bit better traction. But do be aware that when you shift weight to the rear end, it has to come from somewhere, your steers, and it will affect your ability to steer as good. Definitely looking forward to putting some flotation tires on the front of this thing, and it will go really good. Let's go get some more stone. I'll check in at the end of the day and let you guys see how far we got as far as hauling stone in. I am excited. Looks like Clay is getting the hang of that little skid steer. I think that's his first time really using one. He's doing a fine job. Make sure he sees me before I pull in there. And then we'll tailgate this load. This has turned out really nice. Clay's getting his feet wet with the DOZER. I just gave him a crash course in controlling it. Of course, I don't know how good of a teacher I could possibly be. I'm still learning, but I got him down on the controls. He's gonna play around with it. We may work tomorrow, Saturday, but I'm not sure. We'll see. For now, I'm going to meet my sweet thing, find some food. We love you guys. Join us on the next one.